Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Godhood, where today, I hope, we're going to be able to win the game. I think this should be possible. So I did some figuring, I took some notes, I have them staring at me from the other screen, so that even with my legendary forgetfulness, I should be able to remember who's going to be what class. Ruthka, with the good morale damage abilities, is going to be our Weaver. Mary is going to be our new ambassador, a little bit less powerful, but obviously I did that so that they'd be able to follow up on each other more easily. Isma is going to make a fine beast walker. We're definitely going to have to focus cunning a little bit. And then I actually don't have any idea what I want to do with Topil. Because of the way that the... is there something I can mouse over here to get the little wheel of elements? There we go. Because of the way that the final encounters are built and the Wheel of Elements works, we don't really need another physical class. Like, there are so many nature enemies coming up that it would be very foolish to build a Smite Sword. Rage Prophets are fine, but they actually sort of run afoul of our damage reduction on violent-typed abilities, because all of the good Rage Prophet abilities have the violent tag. We could make potentially another Guardian, I suppose. What we really need is an Executioner. There needs to be a dark physical class that is not bound to the war domain, I think, because that's what we would build if we had a choice. So we could make Topil a second Guardian or a second Beast Walker, and both of those things would be fine. I don't know that we'll even bother to build Topil up, frankly. I guess we'll see. He has a lot of health. That does sort of make me want to make him... I was about to say it makes me want to make him a Guardian, but a Beast Walker with a ton of health, just dodging everything, is also pretty good. I don't know. Like I said, we'll worry about it later. Right now, let's worry about getting our new people set up with books. So, Isma is of the Prophet's bloodline, has a permanent 10 faith. So that being the case, we give you a 20 faith book. I guess we only have one 20 faith book free. Well, that does complicate things a little bit. I don't know what we're going to do with this rose. The Blessed Choker is not really valuable anymore. What we probably ought to do is have somebody write another book, I guess. We're probably not going to use Topil a lot for a little while, so maybe let's set Topil to that task. I wonder if their class or their element has any effect on this, on what type of book they write. It shouldn't be Topil. Topil's got a miracle charge. It should be like, we're definitely going to be using Nox. You know what, Zuma? Zuma is probably not going to be terribly useful in the near future, just given the makeup of the enemies on the final island. And then Topil should definitely get his last miracle. What do we want to give him? We could go Herder. We could go Cunning again. Thing is, he's got a lot of cunning. I kind of want him to have more health. If it turns out we're gonna have to keep him, probably we should get the health, right? So let's put you in for a Herder miracle. Where's my Herder's hut? Just want to make sure I'm not... Yeah, okay, it is health focused. Are there any upgrades that we need to buy for it or anything? Yes. Yes, in fact. Oh, hold on. So somebody told me that these upgrades are retroactive. Let's see if that's actually the case. 2 health, 1 might, 1 cunning, 1 devotion. So we upgrade that, so now the miracles out of this place are better, and yeah, sure enough, 3 health, 2 devotion. Do we have a relic that we want to slot in there while he's doing that? I guess we could throw the Root of Might. Oh, the Root of Might's already in there, actually. Never mind. Everything's fine. And then Kuwain definitely needs to get... okay, Kuwain maybe needs a book. If we give Kuwain the 20 faith book that we have. Right now it's on Zuma. Yeah, we should probably leave it on Zuma, huh? This is Topil's book. Yeah, we kinda gotta leave that on Topil. These people need these things for this turn. Nox could temporarily give up this book. And then we'll have Kuwain sit by the campfire a couple of times. I want to try to get that last miracle while he's at least happy, which we can do with a 20 faith book. Okay. And that's what all those people are doing. We'll get approval on these guys. Don't worry about it. I mean, we're going to be using books for it, right? So is there anything that we want to equip right this second? Probably not. We don't really need to because we're just getting a little bit of a kickstart on these dudes. Okay, the high-level repeatables are closed, but these should be good enough. So Ruthka and Mary and Isma are the really important ones. Do I think we can just send 3 total neophytes with, to be fair, their very high base stats into this fight? You know what? Yes. Yes, I do. They're so much more powerful than the enemies here. I don't think it's going to matter that they don't have abilities. In the name of the sad bird, wash yourself. We can smell you from here. Alright, a little bummed out about the nervous. I'm not worried about losing the battle, but I am worried about people taking enough damage that they have to spend some time sitting out. It would be really cool if we could wrap this up without that happening. Okay, one more round. Okay, that wasn't too much damage. I think everybody should heal up. Ooh, I am a little worried about that. Okay, we got there. Honestly, we probably performed around expected value for the number of non-attacks we got there. Okay, Ruthka is a weaver. Important stats, knowledge, and charisma. You are gaining knowledge for free. Yeah, this makes sense. Weaver's really important due to the way the islands are structured. Mary becomes the ambassador. And Isma becomes a beastwalker. It's interesting that ascetic and ambassador are on the list here, given the devotion and might grow naturally. I guess it's probably taking into account the base stats a little bit more. Yeah, I definitely like beastwalker. Okay. I'm happy with that. Let's see what kind of book gets written. And then once the book is written, in addition, Zuma won't need the book she's holding anymore. What do we get? Good one? Yep, pretty good. Oh, wow, actually very good one. Happy to see that. And a wondrous herding miracle. Some of the herd had gone missing, but Topal felt inspired by the sad bird and went out to search the jungle. When Topal returned, a whole new flock full of younglings was following him. Wow, good work. Topal is the shepherd of my flock. Okay, and he gets a final passive. Chance to use Surge or Life Strike. I mean, it's got to be Life Strike on the nature ability, right? We want our follow-ups to end the fight, if possible. Alright, and now Topal feasibly might perform a life ability once in a while. Wouldn't that be fun? We do have seven Sky Shards built up, and I think there's still one more available, right? Yeah. So we have 8 Sky Shards to play with in total, assuming we don't pull any more Market Miracle stuff. So we got to figure out how exactly we intend to use those. For now, because Ruthka has no natural bonuses, we're never going to be able to get to... Okay, that's Zuma. Let's give you... Do I want you to have the knowledge one? I kind of want you to have the charisma one, I think. But what about the ambassador? The ambassador is pretty important. Divine Peace does scale with charisma, and we know we're going to be getting some free Divine Peace, so maybe we ought to put this here. And then Isma has some natural approval. Do I have a book that's like particularly... Yes, I do have a book that's particularly relevant to you. You know what? I think Topal could pass this over for a moment. And then Ruthka gets... Yeah, one of the knowledge books or something, but we definitely need it to be a 20. So, Kuain and... Yeah, Zuma doesn't need this. Okay. And now that they're actually happy... with Isma, we could wait until we proselytize twice and actually take the miracle while ecstatic, which might be worth doing, but Ruthka and Mary can't get to ecstatic, so there's no reason not to do their miracles right now. And are they both Storytelling Circle? I think they are. Yeah. Is the Storytelling Circle... It does not have its relic. Let's bounce that over here. You know, we had a lot of offerings. We are going through them fairly quickly, though. Is Kuain debuffed? Oh yeah, that's right. I had a whole plan going on with Queen. Queen. Well, you know what though? He should probably wait. He should probably be after Isma. I think getting Isma set is more important. Okay, let's go out and generate some more XP. So who do we want to do this? I guess we can throw Topol in here. And then Zuma could use a little bit more Miracle Charge. Not that I think we'll necessarily ever use Zuma again. And then we just play like... actually, this is not... We should do something. We should get Topol a class. So, Kuwait, I guess, can sit in here. I don't know that it matters terribly. I will say that we're not going to have as easy a time with this as we used to, given that we no longer have the Ambassador to auto-win it. It's possible we won't even win this. I guess if we get a shame off, it'll probably finish the battle by itself. But remember, they get a free hit before the first round and stuff. Like, this battle's not totally trivial. It's just that we were able to cheat before. Could you maybe be reflective like nature before the attack happens? Wow, wait, does Topol... You have Retribution? No? Huh. We just saw an ability that this character doesn't have, Fire. I wonder if it's... That's very strange. Well, I think what he's trying to say is, please make me a guardian. All right, Queen and Zuma both really stepping up there. Although I'm not gonna lie, I could be a little bit more pleased with their choice of abilities. Does it feel like Kuwain spends a lot of time injured to anybody else? Alright, come on. Don't mess this up. Ooh, that's not great. Come on, do at least 5 damage with your wisdom. Okay. You know, Kuwain is very self-sacrificing. He takes one for the team. So what do we want Topol to be? I'm not wild about Rage Prophet or Smite Sword. We could just build a second Beast Walker or a second Guardian. You have a lot more health than our existing Guardian. You know what? Maybe that is the right move. We could try to build up a second Beast Walker and just get them both to the point where they get to attack for free before the first round and really go nuts that way. Honestly, I think that's probably more likely to be useful than the second Guardian. Sure, let's do it that way. And look at all the Miracle Charge we have. Shame you can only have 3 people do things each day, because we could really use some more action here. Oh man, really? Ruthka blew the first miracle? That sucks so much. Okay, then we got a Wondrous Storyteller Miracle from Mary, which is nice. And Mary pulls Peace Offer, which is maybe very good? Hard to say. Yeah, man, that really sucks. Well, the very first thing that happened. Okay. Let's get some people happy. Actually, Topol could be given a book. We can solve this problem with a book. You know what? We'll give you a +10 book, and then we'll just go ahead and proselytize you once. And Zuma probably shouldn't take the final miracle until Tired Hands wears off, but also Zuma's final miracle probably won't matter to us at all. And Kuwain is almost ready to go. Okay, we have another Peace Envoy thing available. We'll worry about that later. And we don't have a mission that we can do. All of the repeatables are on cooldown. I guess we could go after this. What would we do here? We would run our our beast walker, but they don't need the miracle charge yet. Do we sit for a turn? Do we just not do anything? Let's see. We could run like Opal, Nox, and our Weaver in this battle. It's a pretty good chance that we just get torn apart here, though. We have two characters who are resistant to all the dark damage, and a character who's resistant to all the nature damage. This is a two-fight node, though, and like Ruthka has to carry us through both of the fights. Yeah, I think we actually don't do anything, because people getting injured would slow us down even more. And the thing that's gating us right now is miracle progress mostly. Like we need to get these people miracled, and then. All right, Isma. What do we do with Isma? I mean, obviously might's important, but cunning is also pretty important. It really depends on how you develop, and we actually really don't want you to have Agile Claw. So if we don't want you to have Agile Claw, that makes might more important. But we're never going to get all these normal claw abilities off the bar. And we will absolutely spend Sun Shards on Isma, though. So I guess let's focus Might. We have a Might mirror. We have the farm. Alright, Isma, go to the farm. Is the farm upgraded even? I can't. Really? Can I not click on the... Well, that's a problem. I can't click on the farm to pull up its screen. Can I... Nope, there's no way to scroll through these. I would really love to upgrade that thing. Just trying to, like, I'm trying to see if there's any space around here. Okay. That's a problem. Let's go ahead and put the other people in the place where they go. I mean, Topol is probably also going to... Can I right-click on the... Nope. Right-clicking on it just makes it... Alright, can I click on the icon here? Click on you? No, it doesn't... There's no thing here that says that, that has the farm icon on it. There's no space around this. Okay, well, you know, they're coming up with an update soon. I'm kind of curious if we can reduce the UI scale and maybe just get it out of the way. It looks like the answer is no. What if we... Hold on a second. This might be disorienting everybody. I'm going to just monkey with the resolution a little bit here and see if we can't... No, it doesn't cause things to readjust at all. Okay. I had hope there. Yeah, I guess we just can never you can never upgrade your 5th miracle if you have both of the buildings for your commandments. Good to know. Probably won't be an issue because by the time we get to this point again, there will have been an update. So hopefully they will have fixed it. Actually, I don't... Do I want Queen in the storytelling miracle? I probably do, right? Yeah, kind of hard to say, actually. It might be a good idea for Queen to go after, like, knowledge. He has a thing that scales with that, and it also scales all the other abilities via crit. I don't know, it doesn't matter too much. Queen is probably not super relevant anymore. Also, yeah, so we could do this and get some knowledge from it. Most of his abilities are charisma-based. Yeah, we'll just take the Miracle Myth again. I would really love to move the Root of Might over to the farm. I know, I keep feeling like, oh, maybe if I just find, like, the pixel. I'm hunting for a single pixel over here. This bar doesn't scroll. I can zoom the camera, though. If I right-click on the thing, I can jump to it. And we can't click on the actual object in the, like, the building in the world and have it pop the window open. Nope. I can't click on the Root of Might and have it, like, reassign. Well, I guess they're going to the other buildings from now on. Maybe we did upgrade it already. It's possible that I upgraded it already. Let's hope. The Storyteller Circle is all good. Yeah, okay. That really sucks. We're just gonna, like, permanently be missing stat points. Okay, this turn, do we want to go after a thing? Probably not. Yeah, I mean, we're still just waiting for Miracle Progress to be unlocked. Is one of the repeatables available? This one is. Can we get progress on people on this one? It'd be cool if we could. Nox is capped? Yeah, Nox is capped. Oh well, whatever. Nox ensures that we go first. Against these difficulty 3 enemies. It's weird how body doesn't get capitalized, but mind does. We're learning something about how Nox views the human animal. So I think this is probably actually going to be our party for several of the final battles. Just gotta get these 3 built up, or rather get these 2 built up, because Nox is as built as they're getting. Okay, Wondrous Miracle. Entangle when an ally uses a weird ability, or extra move when an ally uses an ancestral ability. I think this one, we're going to be leaning on this Weaver pretty heavily. Isma bent the sky to her will, which is pretty cool. Yep, that's pretty not upgraded. And we managed to pull Agile Claw, the only ability we didn't want. That's fine, we'll overwrite it later. And Topol got Prowling Claw, which is fine. Raises the evade chance of all of your allies, but then it doesn't tell you how much it raises it by, which is a little non-ideal. Okay, well, I'm not too stressed about Zuma's things, so let's go earn some Miracle Progress. It's also... people are as happy as they need to be, right? Yeah. So I guess we could just gather Serenity and Purity. May as well. We need one person to get some Serenity. Oh, right, you have to have performed 2 miracles to even gather the resource. You go and do that. You go and do this, and then we'll have one more person do that. Okay, I don't know for sure that we're going to use the miracles from those buildings, but now we at least will have the option. Do I think we could actually accomplish something that would give us a real benefit? We probably should get Ruthka a couple more, at least one more miracle before attempting that thing. And this battle doesn't look all that hard, despite the fact that, you know, the enemies have considerable stats. So if we put in our Beastwalker... I mean, we probably would want to run Kuwain here instead of the Beastwalker, just because of the fact that they have a Guardian. I have to imagine the Beastwalker attacks are mostly going to get absorbed. And then we would want to run, like, the Ambassador... and... just kinda somebody. Like, Nox would be fine here. Nox gives us some follow-up ability there. This doesn't get us a lot of miracle progress, though, and that really is the most important thing. Let's just do the repeatable. So, Isma and Mary and Ruthka. We don't have great typing here, we don't have awesome abilities, but we do have just raw numbers. Is this... okay, that is ancestral. Okay, we might get some follow-ups. I think we would probably just do this through sheer overwhelming force. Ruthka, that's a creepy... Don't tell people that you can smell them, especially strangers. Walk up to somebody you've never met before and just be like, hey, I can smell your impurity. It turns out no matter what the precepts of your religion are, your disciples are real weird. Just creepy dudes. Okay, I'm not sure Isma needs to be jumping in front of everything. We might not get this. Okay, pretty happy to see normal claw instead of agile claw. Okay, a couple of follow-ups, it's all good. The agile claws made that look like it was a little bit more uncertain than it actually was. Like I said, it's all good. They'll get over it. Okay, so Ruthka is just a real disappointment. We can at least get back to happy with the aid of the book. And then Topol is capped out at the level of happiness that we see here, as are you. So we don't really have a lot of other stuff that needs to get done right now. We can give Topol back a book. We don't have any spare books. Never mind, who cares? We have enough of these resources, so now it kind of doesn't... Like, the only thing people can do that matters is stay happy. So we're narrowly maintaining Kuwain. Nox could really use another book, actually. We might want to write another book. I mean, if we could get Kuwain's Rose to be useful, this would be an okay thing to give to Nox. We really would love to roll, like, that religion healing ability a lot. We just give Nox all the cunning. Actually, I kind of like that. Here's what you get instead. So we may as well set Nox to the campfire, because we're going to see those buffs start wearing off. And then Kuwain as well. Kuwain's stuff is close to starting to wear off. Alright, we have no repeatables. We gotta make progress if we're gonna win a battle. This is like doable-ish. Let's at least give it a try. If people get injured, that will be crummy, but we might actually be able to do it. So, Kuwain... yeah, that's right. The problem with this one was that it doesn't actually let us make miracle progress. The problem with this one is that you lose the battle before the battle starts. Not that it wouldn't be good to try, but we probably don't need to try it right now. Alright. Nox plus Mary? Mary's not super effective here. Like, the Weaver's good here. And then we would prefer to use Mary. Mary's not, like, very well typed for the battle, but Mary does have good raw stats. Mary does play into our other stuff well. They don't have any free attack abilities before the battle starts. We will see this thing happen fairly frequently, but the Entangle doesn't hurt too badly with this team. Yeah, okay. And we have our bonus religion HP. We can get miracle progress on 2 people while also actually getting something done here. I guess that is a concern. Nature's Defiance against a team that is entirely morale damaged. Okay, happy to see that. Remember, we get a free attack, I believe, out of Nox if our religion HP is... Yep, there it is. Ooh, really? Double defy on that. That's a shame. The guy down on the bottom is apparently very slippery. Okay, and they're not hitting for very much. Oh, interesting. Does that happen every round? Because that was before... That wasn't the first attack of our round. The other people had not rolled abilities yet. That's not how that's supposed to work, is it? Oh, okay. I was reading this more as use Tune of Life after your first turn if your religion HP is above 50%. But this triggers at the beginning of each turn after the first turn. That's very interesting. That's way more powerful than I thought that was. Okay. This is not a direct-across thing. I don't think we have any direct-across stuff with this team. This is gonna really suck. This first go here. This is a place where it'd be super good to have an executioner. They have one swift judgment. Yeah. Alright, we'll see. It's possible. It's totally possible that we could get this. Especially if we manage to evade a couple of attacks early on, and we get a free Tune of Life off of that ability. Okay, well, that's the end of that. Pre-battle crit is pretty strong. The Song of Praise does heal our religion a little bit, but it probably won't be enough. Because obviously they're going to deal damage here. Wow. Crits 100% of the time, huh? Okay. Some strong work there from Rithka. Not going to be strong enough, of course. Man, they defy everything. I feel like we even got pretty lucky there. Like we had a lot of good rolls on our side, but they just 2 crits in the first 2 attacks. It's not really a thing that you can do anything about. There is no counterplay for that. That does suck because now Mary's out of commission for such a long time. Unfortunately, we have very little to do now. Because Mary doesn't have a ton of spirit, I don't actually know how the spirit regeneration works, if it's percentage based or if it's flat values. It might be the case that Mary being relatively underdeveloped will cause her to recover faster, which would be awfully nice. Is this even what I want to be doing? Excuse me, we gotta get Rithka up to happy before we spend this miracle. We gotta replace Kuwain's other... I guess we don't really have to replace Kuwain's other proselytizer charge. It doesn't really matter. Alright, it was Nox. Nox was the one who had the charge we needed to replace. Okay, the easy repeatable is available. I mean, we may as well hammer on it as long as it's given us progress. So you get some, and you get some, and I guess that's it, really? Yes, like Mary's... Ugh. No, Mary's gonna be out of commission for a minute here. Like I keep saying, man, it sure would be nice if there was a fast forward. Okay, we're still getting progress. And we have the other sort of easy repeatable. I do hope they find a way to make this process a little bit more engaging. As it stands right now, like, I wouldn't be too worried about it if I was doing this just for myself, but it's a little bit tedious to be recording. Okay. Ruska needs to take the miracle. Again, it is definitely the charisma miracle for you. And... two days until this is up. I'm not gonna stress too much about getting a perfect miracle on Zuma. In fact, there's some chance we send Zuma through the haggling miracle just to try to get a sun shard, because I can't imagine we're ever going to use her again. So that being the case, I guess we'll proselytize you. Gotta make it so that when that thing wears off, you're ready to go. And I don't really want to rebalance anyone's attacks just yet. I want to let them develop a little bit more, so... you know, whatever. Just do something. Okay, so who wants to go in here? Definitely Isma. I guess it's Isma and Topol again? And then somebody? Probably not Nox. This is a thing where Zuma is still useful. Helping us get through these very easy challenges. To be perfectly honest, it's possible that it would have been right to just play Nox here, even though Nox is weak against Ancestral, just because Nox almost never gets hit by stuff. I feel like that jump in front there was maybe not a super great move. He basically replaced our 16 damage with 16 damage. Very much like hitting the same guy. The sad bird asks us to keep hitting. Like most deities, he's very like consent and request based. No commands. So I was like, guys, could you maybe just like pick up around here just a little bit? I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, I'm just saying, you know, we all gotta live in the village, so... Wow. Zuma's really stepping up. Okay, so Isma has... No, Isma cannot perform other miracles. Well, I guess... I was gonna say... Isma almost has enough miracle charges to be able to perform one of the ceremonies, but we wouldn't do that anyway, because our ceremonies are not well suited to clawing people. Ooh, I like that. Pulling Mind Fog there was a big deal. Mind Fog is knowledge scaling? No, Mind Fog is charisma. This is the one that's knowledge. I think we're going to take the charisma here. Knowledge gives you defy chance and crit chance? I think we'll stick with the charisma. But the knowledge is definitely not bad. Yeah, we need, in particular, we need Ruthka's base damage value to be as high as possible because we want the damage multiplied by the type weakness on the nature enemies to be really huge. So, is it worth sending Isma to, like, the market if we put the Horn of Might in here instead of the other thing, given the fact that we can't upgrade the other thing? 3 might and 2 health versus 2 knowledge, 2 cunning, 1 devotion, 1 charisma, 1 might, and then the bonus resources from the miracle probably being good, which I believe is another knowledge and another cunning. But the thing is, we really don't want Isma to be completely cunning reliant. Yeah, we want to be using the Might Clause, so I think we're gonna do the not ideal farm miracle again. God, I wish there was a way I could click like something here that would give me access to the miracle screen. And then just kind of whatever. Nope, hot offerings, this thing. Yeah, doesn't much matter who. Are we in a place where we could try something more difficult? We do have Ruthka a little more trained up now. This thing is such a nightmare, though. What's Ruthka's health? 18? That's not bad, actually. Health might be... 18 health might be enough for Ruthka to jump in front of some stuff. If Ruthka could absorb a couple of claws, it would actually make our lives a lot easier. Mary's probably going to be back real soon. We're so far away from summoning new people, though. I'm just going to do the easy repeatable. We just need charge. At some point, it's going to stop yielding charge, and we really don't have much of a way of knowing when that is. My suspicion is that whatever the mechanism is that causes you to no longer gain charge from this battle, it's bugged right now. It probably should be kicking in a lot more than it is. We shouldn't be able to just do this over and over again with powerful teams. Suppose I ought to put Nox in the top slot when we do that, so that there's a chance that Nox will end the battle immediately. Yes, see, Ruthka at 3 doesn't get progress, but Topol at 3 does. Or I guess Topol just reached 3. He was at 2. Still, it's not terribly consistent. Alright, come on, Isma. Don't get Agile Claw again. Alright, pretty happy to see the Wondrous Miracle. Okay, Critical Claw is the one that yeah, I think that's the one we wanted. Might or Cunning, definitely Might up. Hear me waver. They didn't sound that definite. Okay, Mary's back, and Mary is not able to get to 50. Mary is still on the Charisma train. Topol is still doing... Nope, can't open the thing from that menu either. Yeah, but I would have to select somebody before pop up over here. Okay. So Zuma's thing is off now. We could get Zuma ecstatic. We should probably, if we're going to try to use Zuma to do a market miracle to yield another sun shard, we want to get her to ecstatic, which means we want to steal a book from somebody temporarily. Who doesn't need their book that badly? Yeah, Kuwain. Kuwain is the answer to that question. These really do refresh a little bit too slowly. So, I really don't want to take this on until Mary is advanced enough to have made that this passive choice. So we can start trying this after Mary's next miracle. The miracle that we're performing right now, in fact. Do we want to give this a go yet? Mary does only have the one ancestral ability, which is certainly not ideal. I really don't want Mary to get injured again, is the thing. I'm just not gonna... We're just gonna take a break here. Really? That's just incredible. Okay, well... And a normal farm miracle. Those minor miracles, for how devastating minor miracles are, they really need to be rarer. Okay, so that has caused some problems there. Need to do some work to get... If we didn't have the faith books, our disciples would be in terrible shape now due to all these minor miracles. And then I don't know, it doesn't matter. Just somebody do something. Oh, that's right. We're gonna pull Zuma into this thing. That's right. Okay. I'm pretty bummed out about what just happened there. Oh, wait a minute. Did Mary not... No, Mary totally didn't get that choice. But this was the choice we got. Yeah, we have to get to 3 miracles. Okay, so Mary needs charge. We can do whatever is going to generate charge on Mary. This is our #1 most important resource, is Mary's time. I didn't even really look at the typing or anything. I am regarding this battle as easier than it is. I should be a little bit careful. And we don't have healing or anything in this crew. We do have good follow-up typing. But because people are not as happy as they could be, we can't necessarily guarantee that we'll get the follow-ups that we are entitled to. And to be perfectly honest, I know that they're talking about rebalancing the game in terms of burst damage and stuff. To be perfectly honest, once they've done that, it probably is the case that the minor miracles won't feel so devastating because people's faith may not matter as much. Right now, follow-ups are all important, just like getting the battles resolved as quickly as possible is all important, but that'll be less true later. Alright, tell me Mary is not damaged enough to not be able to participate. Great. Really? Well... what is going on with this village? You shame when an ally rebukes a morale attack. Or a chance to purge when an opponent uses a lust or weird ability. The filth purge. I mean, this doesn't matter. We're not going to be seeing a lot of lust abilities at the end. I guess that could matter. I think there's at least one battle that has a dark enemy and has a weaver in it at the end. Alright, Mary needs to get back to happy. Is Quain... okay, no, Quain is all charged up. He needs a book to not be neutral. Well... I definitely still don't actually want to use the sun shards. I think we're just kind of in a holding pattern here. Isma, proselytize, just people kind of do stuff. Ruthka, proselytize. Okay. So we're probably not going to get any progress from the repeatables anymore. We probably don't want to run Mary through this challenge, which means that Mary doesn't get to gain progress this turn, probably. Because these two battles are fairly likely to just kill us. Yeah, that sucks. This isn't going to give us anything. That's available again tomorrow. I mean, we could try for this again. That other one where they kill you before the battle starts. Thinking we are less likely to be able to complete it. But I would love to continue gaining progress here. And we're not poorly typed for this. The second half of this is very, very likely to result in an injury, though. I'm just going to wait. We're just going to wait the one day, and then do the one that we know we can do. This is, crummy. This is a bad time to be raising up an ancestral disciple. And I don't really know, I'm just, like, pretty arbitrarily putting in people who I think we might need to miracle sometime in the near future. Isma, kind of wish you could double-click on them and have them just slot in, but I guess they want you to be a little bit more attentive to their actual positioning than that. I don't know, maybe it was a good idea to hold on to the old ambassador just to have her help guide up the new people. Pretty bummed out to see Unity. We are definitely sun-sharding Unity off that bar. People very devoted to using their worst abilities. It's so hard to imagine how Unity would ever be useful, you know? I do love the Beastwalker being able to be ecstatic. That's really nice. If Unity doesn't raise your religion HP, then it effectively doesn't heal people. It's not too often the case that you can have a character go down without you also losing the round. Due to the amount of character HP versus the amount of group HP. So is this available? Okay, it's available every 3 days. Well, I mean, we can certainly do this just without Mary. And gather XP on some people. Not that it matters much, because Mary's the bottleneck. But the fact that Mary has to be a little bit slow doesn't mean that Ruthka and Isma necessarily have to be at the same level of development. I should probably remember to assign people to stuff in town. Not that anything that people are doing in town matters very much. Just keep those charges up. We should probably be making sure Nox's charges stay high as well. Okay. Ruthka and Isma and new Topil. I almost wonder if we saw Topil do Retribution because the game got confused because two of our characters are named Topil. It's hard to imagine it would be using the character's name as their identifier instead of... that almost can't be right, but it was such a weird thing. I guess if we're going to do Mind Fog on anybody, we want it to be the Smite Sword. I really wish that rose that we had gotten triggered off of something that was a little bit more commonly available than the Marvel tag. Alright, real happy to see a Mind Fog come out. Isma, you're just wonderful. It seems like Beastwalkers are incredibly good. Our experience with them so far has suggested to me that they are the best physical class by a huge margin. The Executioners are a second only because of the... I mean, not that Executioners are bad, but they're definitely buoyed up somewhat by the way the islands are arranged. So they have particular use at the end. Okay, one more day until this is available. Yeah, and I still don't want to try the ones that are likely to result in an injury. Maybe they could make it so losing battles doesn't cost you so much time. Okay. That's Guardian Topil, obviously. Growing Gray at 41. It does say 45 is the age when that's supposed to start happening, but it's very clearly like... It seems to be maybe a random age between 40 and 45. So we've seen that message for people who are like 41, 42, and 43, I think, at this point. Yeah, just keep the charges coming. So Isma and Ruthka are going to be able to upgrade pretty soon, and then we'll definitely spend some sun shards on Isma once that's happened. I don't know if we will bother to reconfigure Ruthka's abilities. I mean, I guess we ought to. We have the shards, and we do intend to use Ruthka in the final battles, so we probably should optimize. But it's definitely less important. She loves Agile Claw. Alright, Mary's starting to do some, like, real damage. We need one more battle on those two. Two more battles on Mary. Unfortunately... Yeah, it's just kind of sit around and wait time again, because this, for some reason, this repeatable is extremely slow. So whatever, throw people over to the fire. At this point, the, obviously, the follower count is pretty irrelevant. We're not going to get anywhere near 1,000. I will say that at the rate we're... Oh, somebody just generated an offering for some reason. At the rate that we're going here, I do believe that we would win the game by just having people sit around the campfire before we would lose the game due to the timer. I think that's true. So if they want the timer to be a thing you actually have to think about, they might want to refigure it a little bit. I'm very curious to see what this first big update is going to change, because they seem to want to change some core design philosophy stuff. So I'm planning to end this episode with an attempt at the final battle. Not that I think we'll necessarily get it, but I think that's worth. I think it's worth trying once we have the thing figured out on Mary. And I really do want to Sun Shard Mary as well, but we want to do it after she levels up in case she gets another Unity on her bar. I'd like to remove it. characters are pretty well statted already. We're getting a lot of jump-ins, a fair number of defies, not as many evades as I would like to see. Indeed, the sad bird is dark. It's dark in sort of like a gothy way. Alright, so I don't think we want to consider either of the ceremony miracles with Ruthka. I mean, we certainly don't with Isma. The real question is whether Isma should take a market miracle, just because I don't remember if 16 cunning is enough to go first. Also, I really wish I could interact with the farm miracle. And like, cunning is still useful, right? The crit chance is a good thing. And I'm going to put her through a cunning miracle. Which is to say the market, right? That's the only cunning miracle we got. We did not do the hunter thing this time. Then over here at the market, we will grab the root. And we will definitely take a good miracle over more loot on this one. And Ruthka goes back to... Yeah, because I think Mind Fog is definitely the most powerful, is the ability I want most in the upgrades, so yeah, we definitely want to focus Charisma. If we're Sun Sharding Ruthka, it's going to be 4 more Mind Fogs, probably. Alright, can we get... Wait here again. I think we just wait again. Sorry if that's not, like, fascinating to watch. Somebody should probably do a thing. Okay. Wayne begins to grow gray. I do appreciate that, like, their hair actually changes color. Okay, Wondrous Storytelling Miracle. Always good to see. There are enemy nature disciples in all of the remaining battles. And a Wondrous Market Miracle. We are absolutely taking Silver Tongue Dealer. As much as I love Sun Shards, I don't think we're going to end up not even using all the ones we have. Crit chance or evade chance. What's your health? 20? So we're going to get a fair number of jump in fronts. It's important to kill people, but we also are going to have to eat. We're going to have to eat some number of claw attacks. We know that people have swift claws, or the swift, whatever it's called, the thing that lets you attack before the first round. Maybe the evade chance is actually a better way to go. I'm going to take the evade chance. We're going to hope for some leap in front of and evade action. And then this would be a good time for Isma to go to the Sunstone. Sadly, we can only have one person do the Sunstone at a time. Let's make sure that you are all just as happy as can be. And we gotta wait until tomorrow to do that. So we do. Okay, we have new initiates available. I am not going to recruit new initiates right now. We're gonna get to the point where we are trying. Oh, hold on, let's do Isma's reconfiguring here. So what do we want? Do we want Critical Claw more than we want Prowling Claw? 53 to 56, whereas this is 51 to 60, but it has that extra 20% crit chance. I do like the evade chance up on all of my allies. Maybe we'll do, like... We're gonna do this. Critical Claw plus over that thing. And then we'll do a Prowling Claw over here. Okay, I feel a little bit more comfortable there. Let's go ahead and throw Ruthka into the Sunstone. And I don't think there's anything else that we want to do here. We're not going to summon initiates yet. We're going to build up, try this final battle like I said, and then if it doesn't work, we can look at maybe obtaining the final folklore. And then we can worry about initiates. So Mary's going to need a miracle and then a trip to the Sunstone to fix the unity problem. We definitely don't want... Well, I was going to say we don't want Divine Peace because I'm worried about it going off and hitting the Nature Disciples for very poor damage. So we probably just want to take the Peace Offer. So we know we're going to be up against a fair number of nature enemies. But there are ancestral foes in both of the... or in the 2 final rounds. So maybe it's worth having Divine Peace just to see if we can get lucky and have it go off on them. Our characters don't always target as they should. That is charisma based. Yeah, we definitely want to do a storyteller. And Mary, you just gotta try harder. So unfortunately, we are going to have to. We're going to see another couple of turns pass here. Still 4 days on that. All right. Normal storyteller ritual. Yeah, man, like if your character ever performs a minor miracle, it just like completely ruins everything. Definitely take Divine Peace. And then Mary needs to spend 1 turn chilling out at the Sunstone. And we need to give Ruthka some new abilities. So what do we just want to go Mind Fog, right? Mind Fog is extremely good. It does do less damage than Condemn. But it sets up Punish the Feeble, which is too powerful not to do. So the question is, do we do Mind Fog, or do we do a Mind Fog plus over the Nightmare? I think we probably do that, because that's doing... Actually, it's not doing that much less damage. But I do want Mind Fog plus. Do it like that. And that way we can control Ruthka's targeting a little bit more as well. Okay, and we may as well run this thing one more time. I think it shouldn't be a problem. And if we do end up not winning this battle, we're definitely going to want these characters on their way toward their final miracle. Hey, look at that. It's already working. Also, this is already working. That's fairly powerful. So like I said, I am a little bit worried about nature enemies jumping in front of the ancestral enemies to absorb the Divine Peace, but I think we will probably put in a level of divine, or, at least 1 Divine Peace on the bar. Alright, here we go. So, because our options are Unity, which we definitely don't want on our bar, versus Peace Offer, which does not do bonus damage to any enemies we'll be fighting, but just doesn't do reduced damage to the nature guys. Harder for another disciple to intercept, deals plus 50%. Oh, it is a kind ability. Remember, we do get bonus damage on kind abilities. That's probably not reflected in the tooltip here, I'm betting. Divine Peace automatically crits against people who have a violent ability. The ancestral enemies in the final 2 rounds are Rage Prophets, so their bars will be full of violent abilities. I'm going to put Divine Peace on the bar, and then we'll add another Peace Offer here. I think I like that. Okay, let's do it. Let's go get in some trouble. I do believe there is a legitimate chance we could just win the game right now. Our characters are powerful and well-typed. We don't necessarily have to use Mary right now. So we do Ruthka and Isma. And then do we play Mary? Nobody else is, like, particularly relevant here. They have evade chance, so we would like it to be somebody who is attacking their morale. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and put... I'm a little worried about Mary. Maybe we put Nox in here, actually. Nox might make this a little bit easier. Yeah, let's do this way. I want to safeguard Mary's health, just in case of things going horribly wrong. Alright, getting to open with Purple Haze is wonderful. Mind Fog. Jesus. That was pretty alright. Now you'll remember, we did lose this battle after completely acing the first round in the past. That doesn't necessarily mean a ton. So here... And there's definitely a danger in using Mary in this battle, even though I really want to. Maybe we just run the same team again? We have no ancestral damage, so we don't have to worry about Nox taking bonus damage. There's no version of this where we don't run Isma. In fact, Isma is better here than she was in the previous battle. And then we also play Ruthka, because Ruthka, like, playing Ruthka has no downsides. She's very powerful. I want to do it here, though. Chance to Agile Claw when an enemy uses a divine ability. That's not a big deal. So the question is... No question. I think we're good. Do we want... Nox has so much evasion. I mean, I know they both have a lot of evasion, but Nox has so much evasion. I think we put Nox across from the only directly targets across physical guy. And we do have to worry a little bit about the Rainmaker countering Heresy. With all of his divine damage. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I think we have a chance here. And of course, with Nox, we are guaranteed to go first, because Nox has like 25 cunning. Okay, that was a good open. Indeed, the sad bird is dark. I mean, I'm not gonna like do anything about it. I was noticing how dark the sad bird is. Okay, and here we're using Mary. Mary's quite good in this battle. Ruthka is pretty much non-negotiable. I'm terrified of this guy. And yeah, like if we end up losing here, we know that getting Isma to max level is actually a really big deal. We'll get that free attack. Like, we still have power to gain. But this is a very strong opening. We get 2 big attacks right away. They have Swift Judgment, but it's not going to be a lethal Swift Judgment. I'm not 100% certain we'll be going first here. No, we aren't. Okay, so this team makeup is probably not viable for this battle then. It's a shame, because look, wow. Actually? Oh no, I was going to say, if we just win the battle right now... Oh, or... Yeah, if that happens... Maybe it doesn't matter who goes first, because there aren't going to be any actual turns in this fight. Well, that was fun. I think we definitely, inarguably, understand the game and its economy a lot better. Your disciples also attained victory, is what it should say right here. Good work, everyone. The sad bird, Jaguar Star. Okay, so here's the deal. If we hop back to the main menu here, I didn't even make sure that everybody's relics were solid. You can see, next update in 6 days. They're releasing a fairly serious balance update in 6 days. We are definitely going to play another game when that happens, but I think that's when the next episode of Godhood will be. We'll retire it for right now. I think we have the grasp of what is in the series right now. So I'll run a little something in the meantime, and we'll be back then. That is going to be it for us for today and for this week. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back in 6 days to see how we adapt to the changes, and we'll see you then.